Have you ever been trying to learn something, but you just did not know where to start and you were like, dude, what? Well, I'm going to explain the main principles of learning how to learn. What do you need to think about? What do you need to pay attention to? The first thing is to identify what kind of learning and what kind of skill or knowledge you're trying to acquire. So there's two categories. The first one is instrumental, and the second one is intrinsic. Instrumental is basically, let's say you're trying to dig a hole, your instrument would be your shovel. So, for example, in sales, if I want to learn how to be good at sales, an instrument to help me do that is what I'm doing right now. I want to become better at public speaking. Public speaking in itself is not sales, but being good at public speaking is going to help me in my sales a lot. Now, an intrinsic skill is the skill itself, the knowing how to do sales. That is the skill. And so, let's say it could go the other way too. Let's say I wanted to be a public speaker and that was my goal. That would be my intrinsic goal, but being good at sales could technically help me in my public speaking. And so they work together, but it depends on what goal you want. So identify if the skill you're trying to learn is intrinsic or if it's instrumental. Learning a language. If you just want to learn the language for the sake of learning the language, that's intrinsic. If you want to learn the language so that you can travel to Europe or travel to Mexico and know how to speak and order your food, that is instrumental because it's going to help you with something else. And the next thing to pay attention to is three things. The first one is the why, second thing is the what, and the third thing is the how. Pretty self-explanatory, but the first one is why do you want this goal? Like why are you learning this? Second one is what are you learning? What is the actual goal and knowledge or skill that you're trying to learn? And the third is the how. How do you plan to learn this skill? So write it all out on a piece of paper, visualize every single aspect of what you're trying to learn, and this will immensely boost your knowledge and how well you learn this topic. Third thing is to divide this skill up into concepts, facts, and procedures. So in sales, there's three aspects to this: the concepts, the frameworks. What is the goal here? You're outlining just concepts that you can understand and implement in different ways. Facts would be the scripts, like you say this when this happens, and it's like a mathematical, like it is or it isn't. That is a fact. And then you have procedures, and that is actually knowing how to do the sales, knowing how to vocalize, how to properly inflect your voice and say the words and like actually do it and know how to actually say things even when it's uncomfortable. It's the actual physical skill of making it happen. So you have concepts, facts, and procedures, and if you outline those three things, you can learn how to learn those things better. And then the fourth and last thing is when you are learning a new skill, I did this and lots of people do this. We want to first do research, right? We want to research, how do I learn this? Especially in sales, we want to research all we can and learn all we can, but it's hard for us to actually go and take action on it. And it's called analysis paralysis. So if you find yourself stuck in a state where you just keep trying to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, but you're not actually taking that knowledge and turning it into a skill, you're not going to progress. So there comes a point when the learning and the knowledge acquisition outweighs the actual benefits of doing, and you have to find that balance. And you'll be able to identify when you're in analysis paralysis. So that's what I learned from chapter 4 of ultra learning. Great stuff, and I hope this was helpful for you.